I'm breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on. I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut. I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realize it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. Radiating love, radiating love, radiating love, radiating
An irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto yourself everything that you desire. What do you desire? What you looking for? What's next to show up in your life? It's there, waiting for you. Welcome, everyone. We were supposed to do our service today live from the Four Seasons total landscaping place, but somebody else is using it right now. So we're here at my home and your home and Steve's home and Barbara and Gary's home. We're everywhere but the Four Seasons total landscaping building. I'm Reverend Jay Willick. I am your irreverent reverend, here to inspire you, to bring music to you. My door just opened. To bring everything that you will require with the help of your mind and your heart and the power in your gut to bring forth into your life everything that you desire. I want to start out today with the quote from the Hay House calendar, the affirmation calendar, and I love this. It's perfect. It's for Sunday, November 8th. Can you see that? Very good. And it says, I have the power to help create the kind of world I want my children to live in. How prescient is that? I have the power to help create the kind of world I want my children to live in. That's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing. That's what we will continue doing. And hope is on the rise. And so is healing, and so is forgiveness, and so is moving forward and upgrading our lives. So what is the New Thought Spiritual Center? Let me show you a little video. It tells you all about who we are. Our 2020 theme is perception, And for November, Project Gratitude. Our purpose is to reveal the divinity in you by awakening our heart, mind, and imagination to the universal creative force within. Our vision is to vibrate at the speed of the divine, experiencing our best self by being a clear, luminous, and dynamic force for good, with love always being the answer. And our mission: to use the principles and tools of the science of mind and spirit, new thought, neuroscience, and ancient wisdom to bust through, soar, and zoom into our greatest life, sharing that gift with all. I'm looking around on Facebook and I'm noticing that people are still dancing since yesterday's announcement. And I love that. Still dancing. I want to point out our purpose statement. That's the statement of principle that we're highlighting this month in November, Project Gratitude. And that's reveal the divinity in you. That is the purpose of the New Thought Spiritual Center. That is why we're here. That is the most important aspect of the ministry of this center, and my personal ministry is to reveal the divinity in you. It's there. It's waiting. It's inside. It's within. It's empowering you right now. But in order for us to consciously use it to bring into our lives the experiences that we desire, like yesterday, we need to reveal it, not just declare it, not just use great words, but to reveal it into our lives, reveal this energy, stay in the vibration of this energy to reveal the divinity in you. It's an exciting day, isn't it? I love it. So right now, let's bring in the sacred space, your home, my home, everywhere that each and every one of us is at right now is a sacred space. But we take this moment to ring the bell, to purposefully inaugurate to vote in our personal space as a sacred space for this morning, this Sunday morning. So here we go. So as you see, the moving mandala is there creating an energy with that music that you might hear lightning in the background. That music that energizes through its megahertz our communion, our connection, intentionally and purposefully with the energy that is within us and the energy that is around us, supporting us, holding us in its hands of grace, that energy of God, of the divine, of spirit, of presence. And if you would join with me by rubbing your hands together and then letting him out. You feel that? I love that. Take a deep breath with me. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and let it out. Let's do that again. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and let it out. Now, continue breathing, of course, and close your eyes slowly. Or if you want to, you can leave them open and watch the roving mandala there. Mandala. If you want to keep them in a soft focus. Maybe put your feet on the floor if they're not, both of your feet, connecting to the Mother Gaia, to the earth, to this planet we are upon. And allow the energy of the universe to flow through you. Feel it, feel that vibration, feel that love, feel that unconditional love of spirit, of the power and presence of the universe to flow into you. It's already there, but when we connect to it, when we allow it to reveal itself in its best way, in its strongest way, in its most present way, miracles happen. Or what seems to be miracles, they show up. I want you to feel yourself just drifting into a state of deep relaxation. Go ahead and continue breathing slowly and gently. And let's bring our awareness to the top of our head. There's an energy center up there, or a chakra, as it's called. There's an energy center up there, and I want you to picture a warm, loving, golden light spreading from the top of your head down, down, down throughout your body, down past your chin, your neck, your shoulders, down your arms, down through and past your heart and all the energy centers of your spine, past your torso all the way down to your toes, connecting to that Mother Gaia energy that I was speaking about, the energy that propels and revolves our planet. Feel your muscles relax as the light washes over you, surrounding you, protecting you. And let's take a few more deep breaths. Let it out through your mouth. Once again. And out. And relax. 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 In this safe, relaxed state, let us as individuals and together as a community reflect on all the things that we are grateful. Grateful for our loved ones. Think of a name or several names of loved ones you are grateful for in this very moment. Breathe their names into your heart, into your lungs. Breathe in the sunshine of their love, the love of these beloveds, the fresh air of this love. Remind yourself of the last tasty dinner you had with these beloveds. Maybe in person, maybe on Zoom, maybe on FaceTime, maybe just a memory right now. Maybe think about a nice compliment from a coworker who could be a beloved. Many of our coworkers become so close to us. A fine memory there that we can divinely be grateful for. Whatever comes to mind, take a deep breath. And as each gratitude appears, visualize yourself saying the words thank you to each of these ideas, to each of these occurrences, to each of these people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. These names, these ideas, these memories are in front of you right here and right now as you give thanks to them. Maybe you could think of the last delicious apple or banana or peach or orange or grapefruit that you had and say thank you to that. Thank you. Bountiful fruit for nourishing me, entertaining me, making my whole being glow with your beautiful, fabulous taste. If you're having a difficult time coming up with gratitudes, ask the highest power within you to remind you, to reveal to you a name, an idea, an organization that you can be grateful for at this very moment. And now allow the feeling of deep gratitude to come into your body. Let it fill your body like the sun warms you on a daily basis. And notice where your body is feeling this. Take a few breaths and allow this feeling to expand to your elbows, to your shoulders, to your fingertips, to your waist, your hips, the back of your thighs, your knees, your nose. Allow this gratitude, this thankfulness, this beloved idea to spread like the sunshine warmth does on a beautiful summer day. And enjoy the pleasant feeling that gratitude gives you right here, right now. Feel it washing away your tension, washing away your negativity, adding to the joy of the news from yesterday. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about the news and what it represents. Now, being in this relaxed state, know that you have the power to stay in this state for as long as you desire. For as long as you are in project gratitude in your own life, you can keep this with you. And let us together, before we open our eyes, know that we thank the power and presence within us for the many blessings that have been bestowed upon each and every one of us. May these blessings multiply as I continue to notice and give thanks for them. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, presence and power and spirit and the beingness of life and love that is within us. And now, before we open our eyes, let us put upon our hearts those who need healing at this very moment. There may be someone in your life or something in your life, or just the continued healing that has begun here in this country, in this nation, and thus throughout the world. The healing power of Spirit of God of the universe is now pouring down upon us like the sun, like the warmth that is brought upon us each day in one way or another by the sun, by our idea of the sun, by our idea of the blessed universe loving us. Let us know that that warmth, that healing power extends now to that idea, to that person, to that organization you have placed in your heart at this very time, at this very moment. It is here, it is now. Whatever needs to show up in their lives, whatever needs to be expelled in their lives is doing so right here, right now. And in love and in power and in grace and in peace, I release this word. I release this guided meditation. I release this knowing in the consciousness of gratitude, in the consciousness of love and peace and grace and power and beauty right here, right now, as together we say Amen, Hallelujah, Amen, Ashe. And so it is. Open your eyes if you haven't done so already. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Let's come back to some dancing, to some wild loveness. Let's have a love party. Let's have a gratitude party today. Join me. And join me right now in welcoming our sacred reader for the day. It's time for our sacred reader. You know, our sacred reader is the time where I usually bring a guest, one of our ministers or practitioners, or sometimes a guest from our usual folk here at the New Thought Spiritual Center. And I bring them here to bring you their wisdom, their love, their beauty, their ideas that Spirit is speaking through them, and also for them to host the affirmative incantation for this week. The affirmative incantation is our version of an affirmation, something that we encourage you to use daily, at least once a day, if not twice a day, to set your day or to set the ending of your day. In not just a positive way, in not just a spiritual way, but a way that will optimize your thinking, optimize the use of your powerful heart, optimize the opening of your gut to the inspiration and the imagination that you reveal as you allow the divinity that is within you to open up and express itself. So this week, we are very fortunate to have the Reverend Gary Altman. And are we ready for Gary? Is Gary there? There he.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I wish I would have said confetti cannons from last night to have Barbara explode over the top of my head for this gratitude party.
But did you use them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you guys doing that. That's so great.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we'll talk about more later. My friends, the wisdom of Reverend Gary Altman.
Okay. All right. But boy, am I awake and aware this morning. I am so wide awake and aware. And that's the gift of life. When I look out this window over here, I see that amazing blue sky with a few clouds floating by. Yesterday, it smiled upon me with a rainbow that came for a while. It was amazing, and I am sometimes in such awe of this great life that each of us was given. For me, it's impossible to be fully present in the moment and aware of life and all those gifts and not be grateful. To be awake and aware is the miracle of our life. It's amazing. Seems like it's a sufficient generator of great gratitude just to acknowledge this wonderful gift of life we were giving. And often I'm just in awe of it. The conscious mind I have to be made aware of that gift, and that conscious mind with its ability to direct this creative principle that's all around us and through me and in me and in each of you. That is something to be very grateful for. And we have this thing called free will, and we get to live a life that is satisfying only to each of us. The only rule around that is whatever is, as long as we do no harm to another and satisfying our soul, it is a good thing and something to be grateful for. And Carl Jung wrote or said, I'm not sure which, but he said or wrote, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And I have another quote from Khalil Gibran, and I think it's very reflective of this miracle of life that I was speaking about, and gratitude. And Khalil wrote in the prophet, love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must needs have desires, let these be your desires. to melt and be like a running brook that sings its melody in the night, to wake at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving, to rest at noon, at the noon hour, and meditate love's ecstasy, to return home at eveningtude with gratitude, and then sleep with a prayer for the beloved in your heart and a song of praise upon your lips. Now, that is some beautiful words. And okay, I know. What of those moments when we feel there is a life challenge? I know that life encompasses the full flavor of experience, and some of them we may label them a challenge, a difficulty, but we can work our ways out of those. And in that moment, then the gratitude comes from our unshaken faith that there is a power that you are one with, and I am one with, a power that we can direct to lift us out of the challenge. Here's a quote from Ernest Holmes, where he wrote back in 1933. There's an increasing possibility and with immediate necessity of that vacuum to be filled by the divine. Again, as the human will gives way to the divine, we let go, we surrender, we let go of our limited thinking. There is an increasing possibility and with immediate necessity of that vacuum to be filled by the divine. And I believe that whatever the human gives, wherever the human gives way to the divine, then there is that influx. He further writes, I acknowledge that I am backed and sustained by the power and presence of spirit. Yes, I agree. And it will lift me, lift you by its grace out of those troubled waters and back into that experience you desire. Okay, I have today's affirmation for us. And there it popped up on the screen there, and it is, I acknowledge that I am backed and sustained by the power and presence of spirit. Today, my heart opens to the energy, liturgy, and synergy of gratitude, constantly renewing itself in a beam of light that illuminates everything I do. This brings unto me the inspiration, affirmation, confirmation, and divination of love, the expectation, the installation, and habitation of calm, the liberation, the mobilization, and the navigation of bodily ease, the realization, ordination, and propagation of grace, the stimulation, transformation, and verification of prosperity. And that frequency called peace of mind broadcasts perpetually. I radiate my divine communion and joyously from the rooftops, my gratitude for these things being in my life today and all in my tomorrow's tomorrow. Wow, that is amazing. I felt like singing that or rapping that or something, needed a bass thumping on that or something. But let's just take a moment to move into this time of prayer, this moment completely right now that I am fully awake and aware, and I am gracefully sourced by that power, that substance of life, that essence that resides within me. And I trust And I trust and have faith that my life is unfolding easily, effortlessly. Every step I take across this beautiful planet is done with a healthy, vital body in this human form, easily and effortlessly. I am able to move about and enjoy this world carefree, healthily. Abundance for myself, for my family, and the abundance to so great that I'm able to share it with this world easily, effortlessly, and just staying in that flow. I know that my relationships are good and they're peaceful and they're filled with love. And I meet loving people in this world. And I'm so grateful. Thank you for this life, for this awareness, for this ability to speak my word, to know it has power to create. And I allow these words to go into that creative soil, bring forth the life I desire, life you desire. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Gary. Is it windy up there?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was just wondering. It's windy here, and I know that when the wind blows, it can mess up the internet, and I'm getting a little strange pauses, so I wanted to check in with you. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, and we're going to step away from Gary and give Barbara a moment to switch chairs with Reverend Gary. The Reverend Barbara Altman will be with us soon. I wanted to once again encourage you to take this affirmative incantation. I know some of you are thinking, wow, this seems long. And those of you who haven't been with us especially might think these seem long. And sometimes they're kind of wordy. And the reason I do that, and I spend quite a bit of time after I initially get the inspiration of what the affirmative incantation will be for the week, I step in into the words of it. I want these words to not just always roll off your tongue so easily, because I want us to think. Affirmations that don't make you think are just words. I want us to be involved with these affirmative incantations. I want us to be deeply involved. It still only takes 1 to 5 minutes, depending. Some of mine are a little shorter than others, but dig deep, give it its due, and watch it improve your life. So I don't see, is Barbara waving? Is she ready, Steve? You can just cut to her when... Yep, there she is. So I want you all to know that Barbara will be singing this great song by John Puccino called Grateful.
I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I have a heart. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when when I remember how I'm blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I've got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score. In a world that can bring pain, I will still take each chance. For I believe that whatever the terrain, our feet can learn to dance. Whatever storms life may sling, we can move or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed, truly blessed and duly grateful.
Yeah, grateful. We're grateful for you, Barbara. Thank you so much. Oh, beautiful song, beautiful song. So today, I must give credit where credit is due. I am grateful that so many came together to vote with their consciousness. I talked about that last week, voting with your consciousness. So people did, and now they don't have to continue living steeped in their conscience, because the conscience is usually the result of something that you did incorrectly, usually. Though all the votes have not been counted as of this morning, and that's okay. A large amount of our citizens and our fellow citizens chose integrity over party, fairness over politics, cooperation over chaos, wisdom over policy, and character over personality. Things I believe that are more important not only in our leadership world of our nation and the world, but in each and every one of us. And it's something that we can grab onto, something that we can reveal easily by just having the consciousness of that, by just knowing that, well, we tend to forget that the universe has already made everything available to us. There's no competition. There's nothing we have to take. And it doesn't always feel that way, but it's because it's our job to awaken to this knowledge, to reveal this knowledge in our thoughts, feelings, the inspirations that we allowed, whether we are using our ego as a openness to have spirit speak through us, inspiring us, using our imagination to move forward. And each of us, by believing in it, in God, in spirit, in the universe, and in this law of compensation, and ourselves as it, we can learn and create a better us, a better nation, a better world. I have a quote this morning from Robert A. Russell from a book called Putting the Prosperity Idea to Work. And Robert Russell said, "The most direct approach to prosperity is through the absolute. If it is true of God, it must be true in manifestation. God is all in all. It is both desire and fulfillment, prayer and its answer, idea and its manifestation." Robert Russell. So if it is true of God and God is all in all, then it must be true of each and every one of us. We are the prayer and we are the answer. We are the idea and we are the manifestation. We are the desire and we are the fulfillment of that desire, because the power rests within us, the rests within our consciousness, the energy we exude. Now, there's been many celebrations, and I'm sure you've seen them all, for our return of decency, for our return of faith, for a return of calm and a removal of a little less cray-cray in this nation. But many will still say, really? So what? What do I have to be grateful for? I'm still staying at home. People are still dying or getting sick. Businesses are still dropping like flies. What's to be grateful for? What is to be grateful for is remembering that it is our birthright, it is our power, it is our ability to awaken or reawaken, if that's what needs to be done, to the truth, and to transcend these limiting beliefs that are surrounding us. If yesterday's news didn't help that for at least most of us, 70-something million of us in this country and throughout the world, although they didn't vote, then we can remember through that we are the power, we are the powerful ones who can transcend these limiting beliefs of any of our present conditions, whatever that is in your house and whatever ones we share. Are you struggling in the I can't? Are you allowing the edges of your limitation to show? Maybe you're playing small. Maybe you're limiting the universe. We all do it in one way or another, in one part of our lives or another, sometimes in a teeny little way, sometimes in big ways. Are you playing at the level of tic-tac-toe? Or Kirby's Dream Land from Game Boy? Do you remember that? It was a really easy game on Game Boy. Maybe you're just stuck on level 1 or maybe level 2 of your game of life, of your manifestations. Maybe you're just at the idea of parking spots to manifest, or misplaced keys to have show up again because you've decided through the energy and the power that is your birthright to have, your decision, your declaration, your revelation that these keys show up? Or are you playing full out? Not just in the process of getting things, but in the end result of being things and ideas, by shining your truth and light as a customer of the inexhaustible source of the universe. Inexhaustible, infinite possibilities that are there in the universe waiting for each and every one of us. There's nothing wrong with the small play. It's a place to start. Just like hope, there's nothing wrong with being in hope, but it's a place where you start. And if you use the successes as the basis of strengthening your faith, my faith, and our gratitude muscles, perfecting our best words, the words that affect our heart and our feelings and the energy we exude, fleshing out our praying skills, our affirmation skills, our imagining and visualization skills by mastering the smaller stuff first, that's okay. If hope is where you need to begin to step into declaration and revealing, start there. And I know everyone has done it. I know you've done it. I know you've demonstrated something in your life that you've decided, that you've made the choice to bring into your life. You've proved it to yourself. You've proved this law. You've proved your power and ability. So go ahead, take the credit for it and use that credit to place yourself on the faith freeway or the energy expressway, that energy of the great power that is within you. I have a quote here from a modern mystic called Vivian May Williams. And Ms. Williams said, "We cannot possess money." And in this moment, she's talking about money, but you could put any word there, healing, etc. We cannot possess money until we perceive that the substance of our own form or identity is the same substance of wealth or abundance or healing or loving relationships, etc., of which money is the identity. If you believe you are spiritual and money is material, you separate yourself from it by accepting such a belief. But when you realize that money is a spiritual idea that stands in the same relationship to mind and God as a rose does, it will be visibly expressed without anxious thought. Spirit. It's a spiritual event, not a wanting event. So what is the spiritual difference between a rose bloomed in your garden and a check for $1 million? Nothing. Nothing in spirit, only in consciousness, only in the energy of allowing and expecting that idea to come into fruition. Only in the frequency that we knowingly or unknowingly attach ourselves with, of being in gratitude for receiving that rose or the $1 million check or whatever amount you can be a bit out of your comfort zone about. Maybe it's $1,000. Maybe it's something else. Whatever it is, the universe is ready, able, and willing to manifest either or both. There's a gentleman named David Spangler. He's a practical mystic, he calls himself. And he has this little meditation that he wrote. And just imagine with me this. Imagine you're inside a dark house dressed in a swimsuit. You're cold. And you wish for warmth. You wish for light. Now you step outside the door of the house into the sunlight, out into the nature. And you realize what's going on. And you go out to your lawn chair and you lie down and you sunbathe. And then you feel the warmth and light penetrate your being. You feel so good and you're no longer cold. And you see a tree near you and you see how it also takes in the rays of the sun, turning sunlight into food and energy. It is like you, the tree, also a sunbather. absorbing the light and the warmth. Now, look at the sun. Imagine you're looking at the sun and feel your beingness begin to expand and rise out of this scene that I'm speaking about towards the sun. You meld into the sun. You are the sun. You are radiating out your light upon the trees and plants, all of nature, all of people kind, shining your light onto solar panels that people convert into energy, people sitting and absorbing your rays. And feel what it is like to give out from an inexhaustible supply. Feel the difference of being the sun and being the sunbather. Feel the connection between the two. Are you seeking the warmth in your life? Are you taking the action to step into the light in your life and accepting not only the rays of the sun, but that you are the sun? Do you think of yourself as the very power and presence of the sun? Not just catching the light, but being the light. Because you are. You are the sun. When people pass by you, they should be singing, "Here comes the sun." Because that's you. That's me. That's each and every one of us who allow this revelation of the divine that's within us to expand, to transform, to transcend, to move forward. Living in project gratitude means we show up, shifting our point of view, our perception from getting or taking to expecting. Not because it's some entitlement. You are entitled to it, yes, because you are of the divine, but entitlement tends to make us think of something or someone that takes or is being taken. I don't mean that kind of entitlement, taking away from others or using others, but by the expectation of an infinite availability that you just have to be aware of and allow and take your part in it, in mind and spirit and heart, in allowing inspiration, in moving your feet and doing what you can here in the 3D reality. Look, and I'm not here to train you to manifest. I am here to lead you, to inspire you in recognizing and acknowledging your ability to manifest, your God-given right and power to energize the consciousness and havingness that is within you, of the rose and the check, of health and loving relationships, of the great career in your life or new career in your life, and a peaceful world. In Eye of the Storm, Reverend Dr. Gary Simmons of Unity Spiritual Center in Spokane wrote about this experience he had with Jyotish Hindu astrologers, and one of the Hindu ascetics looked at him and said, "Listen, the future can only be regarded as probabilities floating upon a sea of infinite possibilities. What makes us so predictable is that attention and awareness continuously reframe the present moment in the context of past influences. If consciousness is in bondage to the past, or if attention is mesmerized according to ingrained patterns of awareness, the future is simply an extended line from here to tomorrow, and that's what makes the future predictable." In Project Gratitude, we reframe from, but we reframe our past and present. We realign it and release any bondage, and it may happen in 7 seconds or 70 minutes or 7 years sometimes. Because prayer is like a seed, it's like an oak tree within that acorn. It's the manifestation of an idea that is already contained in the universe around it and is ready to crack open as soon as we are there to let it go. Our example in the world is to rid ourselves from any lack of awareness, to live the words of infinite availability and possibilities, to do our work in the absolute, because it's available for us, and to shift our viewing point from the future to the now. Because when we are in the now, and when we see this idea in the now, we are in gratitude. Why? Because we are grateful for having it, because it is here now, not that it's coming. You are the conduit. You are the sun. You are the connection. So soak in the energy of the universe and creation. It's your thoughts and feelings backing them, and your beliefs. It's your connection to the energy that is spirit or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. It's your consciousness that makes your life as it is. So take a bow. Take the credit. Enjoy life. Be grateful for life. Live, laugh, love, thrive. Namaste. Thank you, Spirit, for that information intuiting through me. Wow. It is now time for our conscious giving, and let's bring up right now how you can do that. Bring that up for me, Steve. We got some addresses. There's a little one there in the bottom scroll there, but there's some addresses. There's some URLs. You can go to the newthoughtsc.org website, and up in the right-hand corner, there's a donate button. They'll take you to PayPal. You don't even have to use PayPal. You can use your credit card through the service of PayPal. If you have a PayPal account, then you can go to paypal.me/newthoughtsc, and it'll go directly to your PayPal account, and you can leave us that $1 million. Or the rose, which would be equivalent to about $5. Somewhere in between that, have at it. You can also use the Givelify app, and you can send it to us if you'd like to. We're more than happy to get it at the office, and there's an address there for you of our office there in North Hollywood. So at this moment, let us take your conscious giving, your loving contribution to the New Thought Spiritual Center, or just the idea of it with your hand. Put it on your heart, and together let us say, divine love consecrates my gift, this gift right here. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God's Spirit, the power and presence of the universe, is right here with me right now, giving forth this gift. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, my spiritual center, the New Thought Spiritual Center, knowing that this gift, this loving offering, returns to me multiplied abundantly. And how that's going to happen, who cares, as long as it happens. By the rose, by the $1 million check, it returns to you multiplied abundantly. And so it is. So let's bring back the good old Reverend Gary Altman. He's going to give us a spiritual mind treatment for this love offerings, these love offerings that you have given us.
Thank you, Reverend Jay. Great, so grateful for this New Thought Spiritual Center. Its purpose of unity within each of us, and I'm so glad for the support that has flown through the universe, through you, and to us here at the New Thought Spiritual Center, for getting into that flow, for practicing that law of circulation. I am grateful, and I know, and I trust that these sources of revenue dollars, these gifts will do good works in the world through this center, as we have its divinity through each and every person in it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Gary. So, wow, what a morning. What a week, huh? What a yesterday. Even if you didn't vote that way, as far as the person, even as far as the policies of those people that got voted in, what we voted in and what is most important to realize that we have voted in is character and integrity and wisdom, the most important things. So I want to thank for our integrity and character and wisdom that we were brought flesh and whole by the Reverend Gary Altman and the beautiful singing of Barbara Altman. I want to thank Steve Apperson there at Apperheany Hall, who's directing and pushing buttons and bringing up slides and all that fun stuff to keep our service moving. And I want to thank you, each and every one of you. I know there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of decisions for your Sunday mornings, especially when we are here in some, depending on where you're living, in lockdown or in semi-lockdown or whatever, that you have taken the time to join us, to be with us, because your love and your energy, we feel it, we know it. It's what keeps us going, as well as your dollars. Not going to lie about that. Those are as important, but feeling your love and your energy, seeing on my phone, and later on when I take a look at all the comments, etc., on the various places where we show our service, I want to give great gratitude to you for joining us. So now take a deep breath with me. Let it out through your mouth. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you, and let us awaken now. Let us reveal the power and presence of God, of Spirit, of the divine intelligence, that wisdom, that love, that infinite, unconditional love of the universe that is right here, right now, glowing around us, that is warming us like the sun, that is bringing unto us and revealing within us the power and presence that we are, to upgrade our lives in whatever way we see fit. We are in great gratitude, and we greet this great gratitude of the power and presence that is within our nation right now to change hope into glorious gratefulness, into knowing that character and integrity and wisdom is important, that sharing and the love of the infinite is what's important, that faith in our government is what's important. And we bring this important to fruition right here and right now with our delegation, with our declaration, with our inspiration, and with our revelation as we speak this word together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I release this word, knowing it to go to the law and do its work. Thank you all so much, as together we say, and so it is. Ashe, abracadabra, hallelujah, amen, amen. I want to leave you now with some great music. It's a song called I Am Grateful. It's a video and the song written by Karen Drucker, Stowe Bailey, and Karen Taylor Good. This great trio, and you'll see all three of them in the video, wrote this fabulous song and made this great video called I Am Grateful Because I Am Grateful. Right here and right now. Have a most fabulous week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Namaste.